Hello everybody, Jenny here from Senior Perspective. I am first and foremost coming to tell you that I'm going to do another live this Thursday. Yes, I am. I have learned from our experiment last Thursday that the YouTube software is just too crude and basic, and I can't put super chats on the screen. I just can't do a lot of things. So I'm downloading streaming software. It's way more complicated. So bear with me. But good news, today my sister wives book finally arrived. So here's the plan. This Thursday, 8 p.m., we will do our live. I will continue to answer questions that are showing up in my community tab that I didn't address last time. At the live this Thursday, which is going to start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour earlier than the last one. It's not going to go 2 hours again, I promise you. I'm going to try to keep it to 30 to 60 minutes. That's my goal. We'll see how well I do. I have the gift to gab. And you all have great comments and questions. So I blame you, really. I blame you. So this Thursday night, 8 p.m., I will answer the rest of the questions that I didn't get to that are in my community tab, or if there's any that you want to still put in there, the community tabs is still open to throw in questions. I will answer questions that show up in the chat. Y'all will chat with each other in the chat. The idea is just a basic, let's talk sister wives. I was going to pick Coyote Pass as a theme, but then I thought, no, let's just do more Ask Me Anything, general sister wives stuff. Let's talk sister wives. If it's done really quick, we'll throw out a question like, who's your favorite wife and why? And, we can have discussion back and forth like that. So that's the intent for this Thursday night. Again, please grant me grace. I'll be using the software for the very first time, and that's why I'm doing this before we start the book club, okay? Every Thursday going forward, fingers crossed, we will do another chapter in the book. There's like a prologue in the book. I don't know if that's just going to be our first get-together, just reading that and talking about it, or if I'll include it with chapter 1. I'll have to look to see how long chapter 1 is. But the way it's going to be structured is I will be reading it to you. I will be pausing throughout it so that I can check and see what's going on in the chat, and we can have conversation back and forth, and I will be giving reactions ongoing to it. And that's how we avoid the copyright strike, because you can put anything on here as long as you have commentary to go along with it. So 1 chapter a week is my intent, commentary embedded, chat at the end of the chapter, share with me what you think about everything, and we'll be doing that on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, now, I didn't want to post a video just about that. So let's get into something a little bit more meaty. On Friday, Meri officially announced that her and Amos have broken up, which was a question on Thursday night at the live. Jenny, do you think that they broke up? And my answer was simply, he hasn't been on any of her social media for a long time, but then we also have no information to indicate they have broken up. And I was thinking, actually, because so many people didn't like him and were very critical of his past, that maybe she was keeping him off of social media just to sort of protect them and protect their relationship. She talks about that, and that's what I'll share with you here. In Meri's Friday with Friends this week, she was the most forthcoming about her relationship than she really has ever been. And she didn't skirt the question. She went ahead and came right out and explained that indeed she has broken up with Amos and why. And then goes on with Jen to talk about what the future holds in terms of her dating. So let's get started.
I still am love. Like, you and Cody divorced. Like, that's over.
Like a long time ago.
And I'm pretty sure she never said that she was in love with anybody else.
I said I was dating somebody else. Does dating mean in love? It might be.
No, you can't be in love with every single person that you date. I mean, you could.
You could.
Also, I feel like that would be an emotional train wreck. That was the question.
Unless. Shoot, I forgot what I was going to say. Somebody's messaging me. I can't remember what I was going to say. What did you say? Train wreck?
If you're in love with every person you date. Unless you're
it might be a train wreck if you're well, let me tell you. sometimes when you date a lot of people or you're married to a lot of people, you're still not in love with all of them.
That's right. Only the last one in.
I am loving that Meri is throwing out jabs and digs and jokes about Cody right now. This is very encouraging for the future. I feel like the further distance she gets from Cody, the more she's going to reveal. And if it's true that her and Robin are not getting along right now, all the better, because I'm sure Meri was partly protecting Cody because of her friendship with Robin.
Okay, well, let's talk about Amos then.
All right, well, let's talk about Amos.
Are you still dating Amos? Are you still dating in general?
Am I still dating? Am I still dating Amos? Okay, listen, here's the thing. I have seen a lot of comments and articles over the past, month?
It feels like it's been essentially...
It's been a really long month, maybe like 5 weeks, right?
1 month and 11 days. I don't know, I'm just making up numbers. Like 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like there has been so many articles and speculation and people deciding things for me. I mean, they think they decide things for me. She can decide things for me.
This is true.
She's the only one. But like there's just been a lot. Like there has been so much commentary. And to be honest with you, it's something that I'm used to because it just happens. It can be frustrating at times when people are out there just like
being assholes.
I mean, I was going to say writing stories.
Oh, same thing though, sometimes.
About me that may or may not be true or that may have a little bit of truth and then they just expound on it. And it's like, it's something that I'm fairly used to because I've been in the public eye. So after I made my post on my birthday last month about that I was dating Amos, of course, y'all went crazy.
Not maybe you all, but some.
But y'all who
there
are going to watch this, even if you're not at this moment, you know who you are. And y'all went crazy and you had to dig into everything.
And
everything. Make stuff up, find truth, merge them together, make these crazy stories, and try to make somebody look bad. Like, and that's really not cool.
It can mess with somebody, especially like if they're not used to this.
Yeah.
It can really mess with people.
It really messes with people's head. And it was really hard.
I'm curious who she's calling out. Do you know who she's calling out? I don't know. But it makes it sound like it might not be a podcaster or a YouTuber or a vlogger because she kept referring to writing articles. So I feel like it's somebody who's posted something on Facebook or Instagram or wrote articles maybe for People Magazine or something like that that she's upset about. I don't know. If you have more information on that, share it down below.
It was really hard for Amos. It was a lot of, like, we had to have a lot of conversations to get through some of that stuff because it's just not cool. You know what I mean? I will say, though, that last week, Amos and I did have a bunch of discussions and we decided to stop seeing each other. So there's that. So even though the articles, there's a bunch of articles that were saying it like prior to that, and so no, they were not true. It was based on nothing except for assumptions and speculation, and
which doesn't help a relationship. You guys.
No, it doesn't. It messes with it when people like stick their fingers in things and mess with it. Like, it does not help. So I don't appreciate that, actually. Like, I just don't appreciate people doing that. So anyway, but yes, I did have to come to a point. He and I, had conversations and we just agreed that it just wasn't going to be a long-term thing. So,
which is such a freaking bummer.
It is a huge bummer.
The only part I don't get about this is if he truly was invested in Meri and if he truly was falling for her, why did he keep looking at social media? I don't understand that. I don't understand. I really don't. I mean, who has the time to begin with? It's all I can do to try to respond to the lovely comments that you all leave me, and I can't keep up on them. I try. Every night I try to plug away at a few more. I definitely read them, but I try to respond to just let you know that I read it, but sometimes I just read a whole section. But honestly, if I knew that other YouTubers were throwing out all kinds of videos about how horrible my channel is and how dumb I am and how I'm too old to do this, how I don't speak well, I don't know what all they would say. I'm ugly, whatever. If I knew that that kind of information just kept going out, I really don't think I'd look at it. I don't want to look at anything that makes me upset. I don't like violence in movies. It makes me upset. You know what? Life is so difficult and comes with enough hardballs that make you upset that you have to deal with, that in my free time, I'm not going to choose anything else that's going to bother me. I don't listen to political podcasts that are screaming from the other side of my ideals. It just upsets me. I mean, that's just me. I'm just explaining my point of view where I don't get it from. He was so affected by it. I mean, she did mention that, they get sent to him in their inbox and all that. And I guess you do click. I don't know. In terms of direct messages, I started an Instagram for Senior Perspective right when I started this channel because I assumed that's where I needed to be announcing everything and all that. I've looked at it twice since I've started it. I've had people put in messages, I sent you a message through your Instagram. Oh, right, okay, I should check that out. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a senior. Let's go on.
It's a huge bummer, especially when you really care for somebody. Like our last conversation, the last time that we talked, both of us were I really care about you. We do. We care about each other as humans.
I'm sorry, just have to interject. It's a pet peeve of mine. I care about you as a human. I care about you as a person. What does that mean? How is that any different? Why did you have to throw as a human on there? Or when people say as a person, as opposed to an inanimate object or an animal? You care about them or you don't care about them? You care about them as a human? Oh, that drives me nuts. Usually it's as a person. That's usually what people say. And I love him as a person, but I had to break up with him. Unnecessary prepositional phrase at the end of that sentence. Just nix it. Leave it out next time. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. So what's going to happen now that you've announced it? All of a sudden, some random dude's head will be photoshopped onto a photo, and that'll be the next person that she's secretly married.
Right.
And if she's seen with my husband at Home Depot, guess what? She'll be married to him.
I'm going to be married to him.
And if she sees one of our other contractors or something out, or they are together, she's going to be dating him. Even well before, and it was kind of funny because there was a picture of the back of his head with you once, back months ago. But then a couple days later, one of your friend's husband's face was photoshopped onto a photo.
Yep.
And all of a sudden she had secretly married him. But here's the thing, if there's a real relationship and there's all these fake photoshops, that can really mess with the real people involved. And I think I think it's really hard.
Yeah.
Again, this is just my opinion, but I don't even click on the little thumbnails when I see Meri getting married to somebody else with a different face, or Cody with a woman who has a different face, or Robin with a guy who has a different face. It's clearly all fake. Why would I waste my time even trying to read it? So it saddens me that it bothers them that much and that it messes with their relationships in any way. I wish it wouldn't. None of us believe it, Meri, so don't worry about it.
Okay, so here's the thing. The reason why I wanted to make that post last month on my birthday saying that I was dating, that's what I was saying. I was dating Amos we were, you know, like having this dating relationship, right? And it was like speculated that like next month we're going to get married.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Like, no, I never said that. I said that we're dating. And
Right.
guess what? I'm going to date again. You know? And like, I wanted to be able to say that I was dating so that
it became a
everybody else didn't like
say
put it out
you.
there and say it for me that I was dating. Like, if it comes from me, it's true. Right?
Okay, I can see that. I could see that it would be annoying that if there's something in particular you definitely wanted to keep close to your chest and keep a secret, that by people leaking it and throwing it out on social media could get very frustrating. That I get. I find it amazing that she dated Amos for 3 months before she announced it on her birthday. And then after that, they dated 1 more month and broke up. It's got to be hard to hide dating somebody because somebody just lives down the street could be taking pictures of everybody who walks into your home. Luckily, she's in a B&B and lots of different people are going to come in and out. Although she's probably going to get pictures of all those people posted on social media. I think when Meri starts dating again, that it's going to be longer than 3 months before she announces it. And I get that she wants to jump on it. I get she wants to announce it before somebody else announces it for her. I get that. I don't know the answer, to be honest with you. The more I think about it, the more I bounce back and forth. If you try to beat the media to the punch, then you're putting the relationship out there for everybody to go in and deep dive and look at their history and their finances and their divorces and all that stuff that is intrusive. But if you don't, then it's a chance it's going to get out there and it's going to catch on like wildfire and everyone's going to be talking about it before you ever had the opportunity to share it yourself. I don't know. Which one's worse? What do you think? I don't know what I do.
You should be able to date. You should be entitled to your privacy.
Yeah.
Whether or not you're on a show, there should still be some room for privacy.
You'd think.
You'd think.
You'd think.
So unfortunately, it can be really hard, you know? I mean, until she came out as straight and started dating Amos, we were, you know, drunk lesbians who were going to run off every other day. It was lots of fun for my poor husband.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Poor guy.
He's like, well, you guys do act drunk. So.
I see that all over the place. I mean, I get it. I get how she exhibits those tendencies. You can read that vibe from her. But she said no, so we got to take her at her word. And here she said it again. No. Especially because she was so upset when intimacy left her relationship.
I mean,
we're not.
Sometimes we do.
We're just ridiculous.
So,
but you should be able to date
without like judgment or like, oh my gosh, you're dating, so the next thing is you're getting engaged and you're gonna get married.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, no, like I'm gonna take my time. It's just the weirdest thing. It's like I'm going to date until I find my person.
I will say I'm glad that she realized he's not her long-term person. I want more for her. I feel like Christine found a really good man without any baggage. I mean, we all have some sort of baggage. I mean, the poor man I'm sure got trauma from his wife's death, but it appeared that Amos may have had a little bit more baggage since he was married 4 times. And you know what? He's no taller than she is, but like by an inch. Meri needs somebody who's over 6 feet tall. She should have her dream guy. Christine got her dream guy. She put it out there in the universe. She said she wanted bald tattoos and rides a motorcycle. She got bald tattoos and rides a motorcycle. Plus, he's in the same faith as her. He's a great man. He's a family man. And he loves her to pieces. This is what I want for Meri, too.
I'm going to date.
And you need to take the time. There is nothing wrong with dating and taking as much time as you need. Like, it's okay. So, happy girl, can you ignore the criticism? Is what she asked.
I can.
She can. Most of the time, you guys though, it can be really hard. Like, it's not like just what's on here, right? It's articles that people who are like, even like well-doing will send to you.
it just like it's really just really sad for anybody that might date me, to be honest with you.
Are you saying you feel sad for anyone who might date you?
I mean,
only if they go public.
only if they go public. You know what? Or only if we get spotted out in the wild and they take a picture, and
That's
so funny.
But yeah, and so you need to meet people and get to know people and find out everything that is perfect for you. Yeah, and I'm here for it. Like, there's going to be lots of great guys, but is it going to be the right great guy? It's going to take a lot.
There's a lot of good people out there.
I think she deserves perfection. So you guys, I might be your problem. I'm going to be like, no.
I mean, anybody I date does have to be approved by you.
This is true.
So,
this is true.
So,
it's a family affair. We're like, oh, you want to date to Meri? Let me look into your background. Provide me with prescription records.
There you go.
Okay, Jen, I completely agree with you. I like how you're mother hen. I like how you want to protect Meri. I just feel like you may have dropped the ball on her very first relationship. And since you said it's sad that it ended, you clearly gave your approval, which you also showed on the Friday with Friends as well. But after the fact, sometimes you can say, you know what, he wasn't great for you. But she's not saying that. She's like, oh, it's sad that it's over. Jen, we can do better. We can do better. Come on, Jen. There are better men out there for Meri. Tall, handsome, successful, in his late 50s, early 60s. Come on. Let's hook him up. I don't know anybody, or I'd send a suggestion to Jen.
Anyway, so there you go. It's official from me. Last week, Amos and I did decide that we were not going to continue our dating relationship. So
there you go. And I'm sorry.
Thank you. I'm sorry too.
There you go. Short and sweet, to the point at the very end. And in summation, we called things off. All right. Now we know for a fact Meri's moving on. I'm so glad. I don't think, even taking who Amos is out of the equation, Christine was dating around a lot. She had another date the same day she dated David later in the day scheduled. Like, she was doing the dating thing. So she at least got a sense of other men's personalities, the way they work, the way they think, because it's been Cody her whole life since she was a teenager. I want that for Meri too. So now we've had one out of the way. May she do a lot of dating. And I hope that she says on her Fridays with Friends, I've been dating a lot of different guys. And I'm continuing to date a lot of different guys. You haven't found the one yet? That's okay. Keep dating. She wants to be in a relationship so much that I don't think it's going to be too long before she does actually settle down. And because of that, I'm glad that she has Jen there to help her wade the waters of this. All right, what do you think about it all? Do you agree with me about Amos? He seemed nice. He looked a lot like Cody to me. About the same height, about the same roundish kind of face, kind of the same facial hair. They did resemble each other. Like, they could be brothers. And I wouldn't question it and go, really, you're brothers? So maybe she does have a type and she doesn't realize it. So we need to take that type and just stretch him up to 6 feet, 2 inches tall. That's all I have for now. Don't forget, Thursday night, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to go live. Okay, if you go to my YouTube page, right across the top, it'll say Home, Videos, Shorts, Live, Playlist, Community. The Community tab is where you can send in questions if you want me to answer them on Thursday. The playlists are just all the videos categorized together. Mormonism Live, Christine Speaks, Mikkel T Speaks, show reviews, and other sister wife videos. The Live tab is where you'll see the upcoming live event. And underneath the thumbnail, it says Notify Me. Click on that. A lot of people said they forgot about it. They wish they were notified. They don't know how to get notified. That's how you can be notified. Also, right where my picture is on my YouTube page, there's a bell. Right next to where it says subscribed, because I know you're subscribed. Right next to where it says subscribe, there's a bell. If you click on the bell, it's probably going to notify you about the lives as well. It'll notify you every time a video of mine is uploaded. So those of you who have already hit the bell, you can let me know if you also get notified about the live. But If for some reason you don't want to get notified when I post a video and you don't want to hit the bell, you can click on the live link and see the thumbnail for the upcoming live event on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then click on the words that says notify me, and you'll get an email reminding you on that day. That's all I have for today. I will see you on Thursday night live. Hopefully it works with the new software. We'll see how it goes. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. It's completely free. Just hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Free. Totally free. Thank you. Goodbye.